Race Against Time is really a story of my journey. I went to the movie Mississippi Burning, which is basically a fictional movie about the civil rights workers that were killed by the Klan, James Chaney, Andrew Goodman, Mickey Schwerner. And I really didn't know much about the killings, but as it turned out, this press premiere that I attended actually had 2 FBI agents and journalists who covered all this. And so after the movie was over with, they began to explain to me what really happened. And I was stunned that the Klansmen basically got away with murder. But that was the thing that kind of began to drive me into looking in that case and eventually other cases. The next case I looked at was Medgar Evers, who was assassinated in his own driveway. Medgar Evers is an NAACP leader in Mississippi. The same night that President Kennedy told the nation that the grandsons of slaves were still not free, Medgar Evers came home and pulled into the driveway, and he was shot in the back. And Myrlie Evers heard the shot, and the kids did, and all ran out, and she screamed, and the killer had basically gotten away with it. I wrote about the case. The case got reopened and re-prosecuted. After it, began to look then also at the Vernon De Mer Case, who was killed by the Klan, and the guy who ordered the killing had gotten away with it. Vernon De Mer basically fought his whole life for all Americans to be able to vote. The Klan didn't like that. Attacked him and his family January 10th, 1966. Most of the time when I went to contact these old Klansmen and people who were involved in these killings, they didn't want to talk. They would slam the door in your face and, say, go away, and, I don't care about this, slam the phone on you. But there were a few, like Billy Roy Pitts, who was involved in the killing of Vernon De Mer. So I was trying to track him down, didn't know where he was. This is relatively early days of the internet. This is 1998. And the reason I was contacting Mr. Pitts was that he had never served a single day of his life sentence for murder in Mississippi. I was able to uncover this. So I asked him about that. And after I asked him about that, he ended up fleeing, because I published that, and Mississippi authorities issued a warrant for his arrest. While he was on the run, he sent me this audio cassette in the mail, and I got it and played it, and this is literally how it began. "Jerry, I just thought I'd let you know you've ruined my life. But I promise if I talk to anybody, I talk to you. Here's this tape." And on this tape, he proceeds to tell me all about his involvement in Klan violence. Shortly after this, he turned himself into authorities. And this led to the arrest of Sam Bowers, the man who ordered the killing of Vernon De Mer. The reason that I stayed on the beat of covering these cases was the fact that these were kind of injustices at their height. It was not just that these guys got away with murder. It was the fact that everybody knew they got away with murder. The work's important. And I thought about Medgar Evers and what he was willing to do. And Myrlie Evers, his wife, basically said, okay, you can do this. And he was able to go and do what he needed to do. And yes, he knew he might be killed, even talked about that openly. I guess the thing I learned was about living fearlessly. And really, living fearlessly is not about living without fear, it's about living beyond fear. And that's really the lesson that I learned to try to live fearlessly. Like, I might be killed, but I'm living for a cause greater than myself.